So let's see what's happening with other markets. As I did mention, the first quarter was quite challenging for most markets, but we see that Bitcoin managed to rise above some resistant levels there. We see greed still holding, right now this market, 63 points over 100. I see that the investors are still quite bullish, at this point, even though we've had, a couple of bad news now strolling into the crypto market with the bank crashes and all of that. Market cap there sitting at 2.21% down, and volume traded, we're seeing that's up 13% from buy and sell pressure in the market at this time. Bitcoin dominance sitting at 46.24%. Eyes on that Bitcoin dominance might be inching up to 50 at some point. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin this morning, $27,741 about 8 a.m. this morning, down 2.45%. And we see volume traded, that's $13.49 billion for Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum now, $1,781, also down 2.11%, and volume traded $6.54 billion we'll see for Ethereum, and it's all red for the top alts by market cap, with Matic there, the biggest down 2.23%. Let's bring in Michael Naji now, financial market analyst. Hello, Michael. Good morning.
Good morning, Ladi. How are you? Thank you.
Great to have you, Michael. So first quarter, it's been described as tough for the crypto market, but Bitcoin still leads the way by outperforming most assets in the first quarter. How are you seeing this?
Yeah, so it looks to be so far that we've had a very relieved. We've been relieved by the market, and we've had a rally. And so you've seen Bitcoin go all the way from 16,000 to about 30,000. And the bid behind that is the rationale that, in an environment where the banks fail, most Bitcoiners and most people in crypto, their faith in Bitcoin is, highly increased. That's where that bid is coming from. It's coming from, people just believing more in all the aspects of Bitcoin that makes it resilient. Where do I think we're going for Q2? I think what's most likely is Bitcoin probably breaks like 40,000 or high 30s. The recession, the real meat of the recession probably is going to kick in sometime in Q2. So what I think is most likely is we make higher highs, 30 to 40,000, but eventually at some time this year you can expect Bitcoin to retrace maybe another 40%. So if Bitcoin was to go to 40,000 and retrace another 40-50% from that, it would only be at 20,000, which is where we are at right now. So it's my belief that yes, we do see a rally. We get up to 40,000, but you can expect sometime Q2. You can expect another big drawdown. That will be because the recession will have kicked off by then. So I think the S&P most likely bottoms sometime in Q2. That's when the real pain is supposed to start from this recession. Right now, it's the going is good. We haven't had any negative GDP data. We haven't had anything that really signifies a recession. The labor market is strong. The labor market basically, and that's another tool that you could look at is in the U.S. is very strong, and usually that's an indication of a late cycle. Usually the labor market being this strong is it's a late cycle effect. So you can imagine that whenever the going gets bad, that you can expect that unemployment number to rise up, and this is the lowest it's been in 40 years. So if you were the Fed, most likely what you would do is you would stop hiking, yes, but it doesn't mean you would cut immediately. So I really do think Jay Powell is willing to hold the rates as high as they are right now for a couple, like a quarter or two more, and that could really drive in the pain. So as the liquidity dries up in the banking sector, you can expect that to have secondary knock-on effects in the overall liquidity that people get from banks. And so you could see the really like banks not having as much loans that they make, and so that could really have a depressionary effect on the economy. And so as banks tighten up their credit because of the risks that come from having
Okay.
their books in liquid, you're going to see the recessionary effects of that. And so
All right,
as much as
Michael. Yeah, so
yeah.
but looking at talking about the Fed, the U.S. Fed now, and expectation is they'll stop, hiking rates, going forward. But if that happens, what do you see, happen with Bitcoin? Do you think that the price is going to keep going up, or if they stay hawkish, what
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah, if they stay hawkish, I still think at some time they're going to break something. Something is eventually going to break harder than what we've seen, and most likely the thing that will fail right now is regional banks. We haven't had the commercial real estate shoe fall off yet, and what I mean by that is, I think over almost 10 to 20% of commercial real estate in the namely offices are vacant in the United States. And what happens when you have lower rents is you have to rewrite the basically the cost of your building. So if you're bringing in less income, the way commercial units are valued is they're valued based on income. So if you bring in less income, you're going to have to rewrite the loan, and that means the institution who took up your loan is going to have to charge it basically write down a loss. And so you're going to see a wave of rewrites that's going to cause, another illiquidity on the books of these banks. And so once that kicks in, that's going to really be the next shoe to drop. And once that kicks, you're really going to see the recession really starting, because that's going to be the thing that might finally kill a regional banks. Because
Right.
right now it's just they have government debt that basically it's illiquid and they can't easily sell it, and the government is backstopping that. But what happens when the books on hand that fails? I mean, the assets on hand that fails is real estate debt. The government is not easily going to just come back and back that up, because the government bond is like a 0% risk asset. They see
Okay.
it as the best asset to have on your book.
Okay.
So for real estate to fail, it's really going to have a knock-on effect on everything.
All right,
So
Michael.
my target for Bitcoin is somewhere close to six figures in 18 months. You're looking about 180,000
All right,
before
I'm gonna stamp that, Michael, and
Q4 2024, early Q1 2025. You can expect a six-figure Bitcoin.
All right, so that's Michael's projection there. Thank you so much, Michael Nigel. Watching out for that projection, a financial market analyst. Thank you.
Thank you, Lai.
All right, so that's how the market is looking today. So the top five gainers, the SNX top in the counter up 2.62%. So it's lean top gainers counter we're seeing today. Market not looking bad. Still early days in the second quarter of 2023, and we see BAT token there leading the losers counter down 8.88%. All right, that's it for the markets today, and that's a wrap on the program. Don't forget to join us by 1:30 on Business Incorporated for more updates and developments in the world of business. Remember, you can watch this again on our YouTube channel. Just flip over to YouTube, search for Channel Television, and you can watch all our productions and videos. Thank you for watching. I'm Ladi Williams. Bye for now.